playing for Bradley tonight.
It will definitely be an emotional day for the young man. He's coming home in front of a lot of family and friends from right here in the Twin Cities. 4 short years ago, Dodie Dunson graduated from Bloomington High School as the first-team All-Stater, and at that point in time, believed that he was going to be playing collegiately here at Illinois State. He asked for and was granted a release from his commitment to attend ISU, and since then has been at Brewster Academy in New Hampshire, has been at Iowa State and Vincennes University. Now after those travels, he seems to have found a home that he's very comfortable with on the west side of the river at Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois. The young man may be playing his best ball as they come into this game today. In the last 4 conference games, he's averaging over 16 points a game and is contributing in a lot of ways defensively. His leadership will take him a long ways in this contest today.
Meanwhile, Ciampa Gucci has been terrific for Illinois State this year. However, in the first meeting between these two teams, he had back spasms. He was held to just 3 points in 16 minutes.
Again, I know Champ is looking forward to the rematch because, as you stated, the back spasms that he suffered the night before the first game of these two teams, he couldn't get over during the game. He was held to a season-low 17 minutes. He was held to a season-low 3 points, and he was only 1 of 7 shooting. Since then, once they get back into the Redbird Arena, the friendly confines of the Redbirds, he's warmed up. He's averaging over 17 points and 5.5 rebounds per contest in the league when they're playing in Redbird. I think he's got a little bit of revenge on his mind today. It'll be fun to see how it all plays out, Kurt.
It's always big when Bradley and ISU play, and they're going to do it next. From Redbird Arena, stay tuned. The opening tap is up next here on Comcast.
Products don't know how to find customers, but Comcast Spotlight does. With a mix of on-air, online, and on-demand advertising, you can reach your customers wherever they are.
Now is the time to see what's new in Uptown Normal. And when you visit, whether by foot, on a bike, or in a car, remember to practice caution and safety. Drivers should yield to pedestrians in the crosswalks. Bicyclists should dismount when in pedestrian areas, and everyone is encouraged to be aware of their surroundings and use courtesy with others. Come visit Uptown Normal today. Uptown Normal, changing the definition.
Dance, walk, move, even the smallest step counts. Celebrate the Day of Dance for Health, February 28th from 8 a.m. to noon at the Heartland Community College Workforce Development Center. Admission is free with a donation of non-perishable food items or a cash donation for the Midwest Food Bank. Day of Dance, sponsored by Broman Healthcare and Heartland Community College. For more information, please visit our website or call 1-877-270-4968.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this afternoon's game here at Redbird Arena. Bradley and Illinois State. The Braves have a pair of freshmen in their starting 5, and Edrin McCain and Darian Norris, along with, we mentioned, Dodie Dunson. Actually, I checked that. There's Sam Maniscalco in the starting 5 instead of Darian Norris. So you've got McCain, Dunson, Maniscalco, Collins, and Theron Wilson, the senior. Starting 5 for Illinois State, no change. Osiris Eldridge, Emmanuel Holloway, Lloyd Phillips, Ciampa Gucci, and Dima Odiakosa. Bob, what do you think the keys for this afternoon's basketball game are?
Well, there's going to be a lot of things, I think, that are factors in the game, but I think I can narrow it down to 3 that I believe are important. First of all, for the Redbirds, they have to share the wealth against this defense of Bradley. Bradley's defense has been playing awesome lately, so ISU's going to have to balance their scoring attack, and they're going to have to do it against a very stingy defense, which means the Redbirds are going to have good ball movement and a lack of turnovers. The second thing that we're going to see, I believe, is who's going to be the chairman of the boards. Which team is going to control the boards? That usually means that you have to hit the offensive glass and get second chance points yourself and make your opponent have one and done. The team that can control the boards usually comes out on top. And the third key that I think is important today is all players get up for this game, but they have to have controlled emotions. Rivalries like this bring out the best on college campuses, but college coaches worry about the players will get caught up in the hype and they'll play out a character, try to do too much or not enough. So it'll be interesting to see how that aspect plays out and how the coaches have them under control.
Bradley, coached by Jim Less in his 7th season, 118-98. He's 10-4 all-time against the Redbirds. ISU, coached by Tim Jankovic in his 2nd season, 42-14. The Redbirds in their home whites with red trim. Bradley in the road reds with white trim, and the Illinois State controls the tap, and we are underway here at Redbird Arena. We're glad you're alongside here on Comcast. Kurt Pegler, Bob Morris, and our Comcast Sports crew. Here's Emmanuel Holloway down the lane. Slips a pass down to Dima Odiakosa and a jam on the first offensive possession.
Nobody rotated over out of that stingy Bradley defense on that first possession, and the result was great pass from Holloway to Odiakosa for a flush dunk.
Now Bradley's first look at the basket. Here's Theron Wilson. Pull-up jumper over Oguchi is good.
Well, that was a great answer. Wilson didn't let the crowd noise get to him on his first look.
Oguchi's three is no good. Odiakosa, the offensive glass. Great energy in the building to start the game with a sold-out crowd.
Boy, it is, Kurt. You called that one.
Cyrus Eldridge down the lane. Behind the back pass. Couldn't get it, though. Dima wasn't looking for it. Went off his fingertips.
I think Dima was thinking rebound, and it surprised him that the ball came to him.
First turnover of the game. Here's McCain now with Phillips working on him. Now Dunson, the Bloomington High School product, gives it up to Maniscalco. His three is off the front of the rim and no good. Redbirds come away with it. Maniscalco had been a reserve the last 3 games, back in the starting lineup for Bradley this afternoon.
Coaches like to bounce lineups around when there's nothing set, where there's not much difference, to bring the best out in their players. Competition creates great chances.
Theron Wilson with the rejection there, slapping that ball from Emmanuel Holloway out of bounds. We're just underway. We've played 90 seconds, and we're tied at 2. The officials working this afternoon's Valley game: Paul Jansen, David Hall, Terry Weimer. Bradley leads the all-time series 61-46, and that includes a 56-52 win on January the 6th at Carver Arena, and a 3 from Oguchi.
He's a rhythm shooter, and the pass was perfect, which is what a rhythm shooter needs.
Dunson nearly lost the ball out of bounds, and now it's intercepted by Emmanuel Holloway. He's got an uncontested layup, a jam.
The turnover was created by Osiris Eldridge's tight defense. It got Dunson leaning to where he was about to go out of bounds, and he just threw it up for grabs to save it. Holloway took it down and dunked it.
And the Redbirds have scored 7 of the game's first 9 points. Here's David Collins. Now it's Maniscalco. On the perimeter, the Braves have it. 10 on the shot clock. Odiakosa steps out on Dunson. Now Eldridge picks him up, works himself to the baseline, hit the side of the backboard on that shot.
Now that wasn't very pretty because it was defended well. As you said, the shot actually hit the side of the backboard, but he also got a charge. Close to a charge, I should say.
Here's Eldridge with Dunson guarding him. Good matchup. Fadeaway. Missed. Rebound. Tipped out. And Maniscalco comes away with it at the timeline.
Great hustle by Maniscalco on that.
Now it's Dunson. His shot is no good. Offensive rebound. Theron Wilson among the trees. Tries to flip it up. He can't get it. It's tipped around. Odiakosa had it momentarily. Still loose. Ball is on the floor.
It's a fumble.
Body's on the floor. Osiris Eldridge is on the floor. Everybody on their feet on the both benches applauding the effort.
Well, that looked like a scrum in rugby, Kurt. There was nobody going to give an inch. We'll see the replay right here as it starts out. I'll just let you watch it, viewers, because it's fun basketball. Great effort, Kurt, by both squads on an attempt to corral the loose ball.
Well, the held ball goes in favor of the Braves since Illinois State won the opening tip. Great energy, as we said. The student section is into it. Packed house here. This afternoon, 10,200 expected. Here's Dunson now. Gives it up to Maniscalco. McCain slipped and fell, lost the ball on the perimeter, got it back though, and flipped it over to Maniscalco. Somehow he was able to maintain the possession. Maniscalco down the lane, he lost it.
How's that not a travel? That's a little interesting.
Collins trying to clean up off the Theron Wilson miss. He can't get it to go. And the poke from behind and a foul is going to be on Wilson in the backcourt.
Well, I tell you one thing is pretty evident from the get-go, Kurt. You better play strong. There isn't any room for a weakness out here today. We'll see a replay here. If Collins had taken the ball straight up without coming down to regroup, I think he might have had a chance.
Sam Singh in the game now for the Braves. He had that partially blocked that shot, and now a stolen pass, and Dunson ahead to Wilson. He's alone, and he'll finish.
Boy, there's what the Braves have been doing the last month. They get deflections like that, and they get runouts like that, which is a great way to jumpstart your offense.
Wilson has all four of Bradley's points. It's 7-4 Illinois State.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know of anyone I'd rather have finishing a breakout for me than Theron Wilson. That is a great athlete, and the Braves use him to his fullest abilities.
Timeout on the floor. We're just underway at Redbird Arena. 7-4 Illinois State. Back with more in a minute.
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Repellents and fertilizers. That'll bring your garden back.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right, start here.
Get the right products and expert local advice for your paint project at 14th Street True Value. Start right, start here.
Honey, where can we go to get a great deal on a new car and also get dependable service?
I can help you there. Just follow my directions to Peterson Motors in Fairbury. They have a great selection of new and used cars, trucks, and vans, plus an award-winning service department.
That's right. At Peterson Motors, we have a family tradition of taking care of our customers. Check out our inventory online or come visit us today.
All roads lead to Peterson Motors, off Route 24 in Fairbury.
Peterson Motors, your dealer who cares.
Van Gundy Insurance has been a resource for insurance services in Central Illinois since 1946. Agent John McGrew specializes in helping small business owners review their insurance needs. Whether you're just starting a business or getting ready to expand your company, call John McGrew to discuss your options for comprehensive and affordable coverage. Visit our website at vangundy.com or stop by our office in Normal. Insure with confidence at Van Gundy Agency.
(7-4) Redbirds with the early lead. Both teams, Bob, have scored off their defense.
Well, and I think both teams take great pride in their defense, and you see a lot of that from these squads throughout the course of the season, and particularly throughout the course of the game here today. You're going to see stingy defenses on both ends, and you're going to see defenses that lead to offensive breakouts, as we've seen on the two highlights right there.
So Holloway with a steal and a finish, and then Theron Wilson answers with a steal and a finish. And again, it's 7-4, the Redbirds with the early three-point lead over the Braves. Bradley sends Wilson, Singh, Maniscalco, Darian Norris, and Chris Roberts on the floor. So Roberts and Norris are playing for the first time, and Illinois State sends Brandon Sampay in along with Oguchi, Eldridge, Phillips, and Emmanuel Holloway. Norris and McCain, the last three games, a pair of freshman guards had started for the Braves, but again, Maniscalco started this afternoon. He'd been in reserve the last three games.
A lot of times freshmen kind of have to play their part coming in off the bench.
Cyrus Eldridge high up to get the offensive board there.
That's kind of an understatement, I think, Kurt. That went up to the third floor.
And now he's going to be called for a carry.
And that's been a definite point of emphasis throughout the season. That's not the first time this year that Osiris has had that call made against him. The consistency from the officials, I applaud in that call. It's something that should be called and has been. As long as it's done throughout the entire game.
Here's Roberts. He's been in a bit of a scoring funk in the last 2 weeks. Now Maniscalco, now it is Roberts. He's guarded by Eldridge. Good battle down low between Singh and Sampay. Here's Theron Wilson. Down the lane, missed the shot, cleared by Oguchi. Phillips, lobbing for Eldridge, but we've got a foul as Roberts got him as he was going through.
I don't think Roberts knew he was anywhere around. His eyes were fixed out here on Lloyd Phillips. And Osiris comes in from behind him. We'll watch here on the replay. We see the ball put up. Boom. I tell you what, Roberts was fortunate that he did foul him. I think it was a good foul on his part, whether it was incidental or not, because it prevented the emotional slam dunk. And again, I applaud Lloyd Phillips for seeing the court.
He does see it very well. As we've talked about before, the junior college player coming in, and most people assume that it's going to take maybe a full year for the junior college player to adapt to the D1 game, but he has really hit the ground running, and he's been terrific for the Redbirds all season long.
They've put a lot of pressure on him to be successful early, and I think he has done just what they wanted and responded.
Eldridge's first 2 points of the afternoon come on those foul shots. Bradley tried a little backdoor play to no avail. Redbirds come back now. That's the third turnover against the Braves. Here's Emmanuel Holloway three. And Jim Les wants timeout. He's not happy at all.
Great ball reversal out of transition to find Holloway wide open. And he's been hot as of late.
Holloway has now hit 6 of his last 10 3-point shots after that 3-point make, and Illinois State has jumped out now to an 8-point advantage.
We see the replay here as he set it up, and there he is. Look, he's wide open. Nobody's on him out of the transition. They didn't close out quick enough. And when you give a young man that talented time to get his feet squared up, Chris Roberts was the one assigned to him out of defense, and he did not get out there quick enough on the closeout to affect him in any way, shape, or form.
You may have seen a shot of the coaches from both staffs are wearing tennis shoes today. It's the suits and sneakers look that is being employed by college coaches all around the country as part of cancer awareness. The Coaches versus Cancer Committee working hand in hand with the American Cancer Society, and they pick one Saturday out of the year where they're going to wear tennis shoes, and that's this Saturday. And we're seeing both of the coaching staffs at Illinois State and Bradley do that. Norris looked like there was a whistle. Yeah, boy, it was a faint whistle that time blown by David Hall. You could barely hear it, actually. It's a very faint whistle, but it's a foul on the Redbirds.
I think it was an excuse me whistle, but nonetheless, it was a foul. There was a hand check by Lloyd Phillips that time, and appropriate call was made.
Norris's pass was intended for Sam Singh, was snapped that time and was blocked by Phillips. Singh gets it back, tries to back in on Sampay. Brandon Sampay just picked his pocket, but Sam got it right back, and Singh laid it in and was fouled. 3-point opportunity. He stuck right with it.
How did he regain that ball? I give him all kinds of credit for never losing sight of the ball, because he was starting to fall down. He lost control of the ball behind his head, and the next thing you know, as you see on the replay here, he gets just enough of it to get it up and in.
Well, that stick-to-itiveness. We're seeing Sam Singh for the first time without his mask. He was given the clearance from the doctor. He broke his nose. This was the game against Southeast Missouri State back on the 14th of December. Broke his nose in that game, his first start of the year. Had surgery then that week to repair it. He missed a couple of games while recovering from it, had to wear a mask, played awfully well with his mask, although he said he didn't like to wear it. But this is the first time now that he's been able to get into game competition without wearing the mask.
Well, maybe it helped his vision right there. He kept his eye on the ball.
He did say that he was kind of obstructed, and anybody who's had to play in athletics and had to wear a mask like that, yeah, he said it was very uncomfortable, and so the quicker he could get it off, the better. And so this is the first game where the doctors have said it's up to you, and he's opted not to wear it today. Alex Rubin is now checked in for Illinois State. He's number 3. He replaces Lloyd Phillips. That's him with the basketball there. Lost the dribble, looking for help. Now it's Sampay, works on Wilson. Singh comes over to help. Sampay missed the short shot, out of bounds off Bradley. Eldridge will trigger for the Redbirds. We've played 6.5 minutes in this one. Illinois State with a 12-7 lead. Kurt Pegler, Bob Morris, and our Comcast Sports crew with you here on Comcast Spotlight. Glad you're alongside.
Anytime the ball is taken out of bounds under the opponent's basket, as ISU did just right then, you'll see Bradley line up in a 2-3 zone, which they are now.
Rubin, pull-up jumper, in and out, and stayed out. Tipped around and controlled by Bradley. Edwin McCain comes down with it. That thing was halfway down, didn't want to go in.
Twice it was down.
Dodie Dunson's back in the game for the Braves.
ISU in their typical half-court man-to-man.
Roberts shot one off the top of the backboard. It hit the shot clock over the top of the backboard, which is out of bounds.
But it did come back in.
It did.
Go through the rim.
That would be a great shot in horse.
It would be.
Off the front of the rim, off the shot clock and in.
If you could get that down, you could
win some money.
You could take some money.
Doesn't count in the game, but it's a heck of a horse shot. Here's Eldridge. He's freed up. He got a screen from Sampay. Roberts trying to shadow Osiris Eldridge here this afternoon. Did a great job on him for the most part in Peoria, even though Osiris finished with 16 points. Here's Emmanuel Holloway. Tough shot on the baseline. There's going to be a foul. It's going to be against Illinois State, it appears. Foul on the rebound off the missed shot. See who they charge that one to.
As I said earlier, this is no place for the weak of heart. When that ball's loose, when there's a rebound attempt, there's going to be some bodies banging and some muscles flexing.
Sampay, the foul. He'll go to the Redbird bench. Dima Odiakosa comes back in. So we'll reset it for you. Theron Wilson, Edwin McCain, David Collins, Chris Roberts, Dodie Dunson for Bradley. Alex Rubin, Dima Odiakosa, Champa Gucci, Emmanuel Holloway, and now Siad Odzik on the floor for Illinois State.
Both coaches have gone to their benches early in this game. Give some people a chance to get a feel for the intensity of it.
McCain lost the dribble. Missed the shot. Tipped up. No good. Still tipped and controlled by Rubin. Rivalry games, coaches will tell you, aren't always pretty because there's so much intensity. Back door, nice cut by Siad Odzik. That was pretty, but my point being that a lot of times the game appears to be sloppy just because two teams are going at it tooth and nail. It's a hard-fought game. Sometimes it's not picturesque. However, that play was beautiful.
That was a finesse play that took advantage of some overplaying defense that the Braves are so good at. They backdoored him out of it.
Dunson for three, missed it. Oguchi the rebound.
For the most part, the Braves have struggled with their outside shot here today. Most of their scoring have come on either putbacks, free throws, or second attempts inside the lane.
In fact, the Braves starting just 3 of 13. They're shooting 23% here in the early goings at Redbird Arena. Holloway left open, another three in front of the Braves bench, missed it. Last one he knocked down. Each team with two players at the scorer's table. The next whistle, they're going to check in. Wilson works the baseline on Oguchi and drew contact on another foul. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 10:33 to go here in the first half. Illinois State 14 and Bradley 7. Back with more from Redbird Arena in just a minute.
Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington. Honda just opened a new plant building Civics. They are reliable and fun to drive. All Hondas are New Year price. Better hurry. Honda Finance has fleet along with low rates and extended terms. Honda certified used Accords, Pilots, Odyssey, Civics, and CRVs. Other makes have Carfax reports too. Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington.
See the Women Redbirds as they face Indiana State February 7th at 1 p.m. at Redbird Arena.
For the royal treatment you deserve, visit Empire Spa, a true day spa. Be proactive with your health and wellness. Make your reservation to be our guest for a single treatment or enjoy a full day of services. You don't have to travel to experience a true day spa. Let us be your destination. Try our Spa Spectacular with the Tropical Body Wrap. This will repair, smooth, and rejuvenate your skin. Empire Spa for the royal treatment you deserve. 1234 East Empire in Bloomington, 820-1600.
A couple of Illinois State's bench players, Bob, coming up with a real pretty play here on a nice cut by Siad Odzik.
Well, as you see, anytime you get a backdoor cut, it's because the defense is overplaying the offense. But it's also only able to happen is if the offense has proper floor spacing and balance. If you're all bunched up, then somebody else's man can pick you up when you make that back cut. But if you've got proper spacing, it opens up an alley and a lane to the bucket, which you saw Siad Odzik take advantage of, and you saw a great pass.
Look at that sign. Bob Morris is my hero.
Oh,
my goodness. The president of the Bob Morris fan club is in the building.
I didn't know I had that many family going to be here today, Kurt. Holy smokes.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Thanks, Mom.
That's wonderful. Right in the heart of the student section. Credit Alex Rubin with that pass to Odzik. Alex Rubin is now out. Lloyd Phillips is in. The Redbirds have Phillips, Odiakosa, Osiris Eldridge, Odzik, and Champaguchi on the floor. It's Dunson, Maniscalco, McCain, David Collins, and Theron Wilson for Bradley. Wilson's at the foul line.
Kurt, you and I were talking off air here just a minute ago. What a tough matchup Theron Wilson is for anybody and everybody. He's so quick, and he can elevate so high on his jumps. He can play inside, he can play outside, he can drive the ball. He's just a complete player, and you're so accurate when you stated that he is such a tough matchup.
And now he goes to the bench, and Taylor Brown, freshman, comes in. This is typically the pairing when Wilson leaves. Brown comes in to give him a minute or two to catch his breath. Brown from Dunwoody, Georgia. His father, Ricky, had a 5-year NBA career, then played 10 years in Europe, so great bloodlines there. Here's Aguchi now around Brown, down the lane, laid it up, missed the shot, couldn't finish, but there's a foul, and Champaguchi can get in the free throw line.
Champaguchi has found a lot of success taking the ball to the bucket, and he does it so well. Everybody's fearful. As we see here, he sets him up. They think he's going to shoot the three, and then he lulls you to sleep, and then boom, he explodes on that first dribble, and he's by you. And the only thing that can happen is somebody has to either rotate over in a hurry and shut him off, which leaves another person open, or they foul him. And he's a very proficient free throw shooter. I don't have that right in front of me. What is he on the season?
He is 83% from the free throw line, and guys that score a lot of points can do their damage at the foul line. You look at those guys who have a bunch of points, and you usually see that they're very professional, as you said, at the foul strike.
You are exactly right. They find ways to get there.
That way, even if you're in a shooting slump, if you can get to the free throw line, you can make those foul shots. Here's Dodie Dunson down the lane. He can't finish this time. Aguchi now has 4 rebounds.
I think Dodie struggling a little bit of being a little pumped up.
Osiris Eldridge for 3, and that's good.
Well, you talk about somebody who's kind of been in a scoring funk. Osiris Eldridge is one of them. 3 out of the last 4 games, he's been shut out in the first half. So he's not got that worry about him today, anyway.
Here's McCain now. Works his way to the wing. Now they swing it around. Maniscalco is back in the game now. He's guarded by Odzik. Gets a screen from Collins. Odiakosa steps out. Tries to go back on Odzik. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Collins now. Backing down. Double team. Turnaround jumper is no good. Taylor Brown, offensive rebound, stuck it in. He did this against the Redbirds in Peoria. Had a couple of big buckets.
That was huge. Come off the weak side. Hadn't got a body on him, and he timed his jump perfectly. Well done.
We approach the 9-minute mark left in this one, and a foul on the perimeter.
Nowadays, you look, all the players are watching official when they make that call right there on that brush screen that takes place out front. No one ever knows if it's going to be called on the defender trying to fight over top of the screen or if they're going to call a moving screen. It's a 50-50 chance, and it could go either way practically every time it happens, and it happens a lot in modern-day ball.
Foul is on Dunson. That's the first against Dodie. 9 minutes to go now, opening half. 19-11, Illinois State leads Bradley. Here's Phillips. Tried to work the baseline. Quick hands from McCain in the steal.
Good hands by McCain, no question. Phillips tried to cross him and got the ball stripped.
He has probably been the freshman that has played the most consistent all year for the Braves. He has stepped right in and just done a wonderful job for Jim Less's young team. Here's Maniscalco now, working on Odzik. He tried to flip it out, does get it out to McCain. There's Maniscalco giving up to Collins. Jump hook, rims in.
Oh, the shooter's touch. 1, 2, 3 bounces and in. That was a great pass that time. They find him in the middle, and he knew what to do with it on a jump hook.
There's Rubin again going backdoor to Odzik. And that time it's Phillips, I'm sorry. It was Rubin the first time, and Phillips the pass that time to Odzik, who finished again. So Sead with 4 points.
If they're going to overplay you that drastically and you go back door, you're going to have good looks, and he's taking advantage both times they fed him.
Well, Odzik had 2 points in the previous 7 games combined, so with 4 points this afternoon, he's doubled his scoring output for about a month. And a steal from Lloyd Phillips and a foul on Edrin McCain, who prevented an easy layup there.
Good help defense by the Redbirds that time. When it went inside to Collins, there were 3 different people collapsed and surrounded him, and he couldn't get rid of it quick enough.
We've got a timeout on the floor, 7:39 to go. First half, 21-13, Illinois State.
Looking for a way to get in shape without breaking the bank? Try Illinois State University Recreation Services. Whether you're a student or a community member, we offer a variety of membership options and programs to fit your wallet and your lifestyle. Personal training, group fitness, racquetball, basketball courts and track, plus much more. Fit in something new and get active for less with Illinois State University Recreation Services. For more information, call 438-PLAY. Visit our website or come see us at the corner of Beach and Willow in Normal.
Well, at Specs Around Town, we really pride ourselves in carrying a unique line of eyewear, more boutique collections, a lot of European eyewear, things you're not going to find at other locations throughout Central Illinois. So please stop on downtown and see what we've got, and hopefully you like what you see.
When your doctor recommends GI, Dr. Motter and Dr. Kusro provide you with state-of-the-art advances in GI technology. Now available, capsule endoscopy. In capsule endoscopy, a patient swallows a camera pill with its own power and light source. It takes tens of thousands of photos as it travels through the body. These pictures help us determine the cause of many gastric and other problems without invasive procedure. State-of-the-art from Dr. Motter and Dr. Kusro at the Gastrointestinal Institute.
21-13, Illinois State with the lead over Bradley. Osiris Eldridge knocking down this 3 and getting the crowd fired up.
Well, we talked about earlier how the Redbirds, in order to have success today offensively, need to have a balanced scoring attack and distribute the ball. Get good ball. We saw it right there on that possession where Osiris Eldridge knocked down the 3 on the pass from Lloyd Phillips, but they've been doing it throughout the game. Redbirds are shooting 44% clip right now at 7 of 16 from the floor, and of those 7 field goals, 6 of them have come from assists. So they're moving the ball and being benefited when they do with baskets.
The Redbirds have 21 points here. That's as many points as they scored in the entire first half of the game in Peoria on January the 6th when Bradley held Illinois State to 33% shooting in the first half and 37% for the game. So the Redbirds already, and with 7.5 minutes to go, appear to have their offensive output at least matched, if not better, than they had in the first half in Peoria.
Turnover by the Redbirds. They called traveling, and I'm not certain to whom it was on, either Eldridge or Holloway, but because it was a pass made, and I could not see it. The outer facer was in front of me.
5 turnovers now against Illinois State. Darian Norris in the game. That's him with the basketball. Working on Lloyd Phillips. Down the lane, flipped it up and scored.
Great body control. Once he had his initial man beat, he showed great body control.
Again, Norris and McCain have played very well for the Braves as freshmen. That shot missed. Dodie Dunson comes down with it. Now the Braves in transition. Here's Maniscalco. He'll wait for the troops to catch up with him. No, he'll fire up a three, and that's good.
Uncontested. Nobody picked him up out of transition, and if you leave Sam Maniscalco alone, he's going to burn you. He doesn't shoot a lot, but when he does shoot, it's a shot that should be taken just as that was, and he burned him, and the Braves score the last 5 points, jump right back into this game.
And suddenly it's a three-point basketball game at 21-18, so Tim Jankovic calls timeout real quick to try and stop the bleeding. Here's that Maniscalco look again. Wide open from the top of the key. He's going to drain that three.
Boy, he had time to have a snack before he put that one up there.
I think a lot is said by this. After his freshman year playing at Bradley, the team voted him a co-captain coming into his sophomore season. I think enough said of how he's looked upon in the locker room, that's for sure.
That's exactly right, Kurt. When you have the respect of your teammates and peers, that's all you need. As a player, that's what you need, because then they believe in you, and you know they do, and a young man like Sam Maniscalco has accepted that responsibility and the accountability that comes with that.
I don't think that's a knock on a guy like Theron Wilson or Sam Singh, a senior.
No.
Instead, it's just tipping your hat to Maniscalco. Say, this guy's got the goods as far as leadership is concerned. Rubin, his three, missed. Long rebound tipped out, and it's going to be Maniscalco. Maniscalco and Norris, and Maniscalco's reverse layup is good. The Braves have rattled off 7 straight points and are within 1.
5 of those 7, Sam Maniscalco. He's a tough little cookie, then he is a leader.
The Braves just quicker to the basketball on that missed shot. Now it's Eldridge, guarded by Dunson. Rubin again. It's going to be Ciampagucci. His shot is short. The rebound to Emmanuel Holloway, who's fouled. He's going to get to the free throw line.
Again, there's going to be no freebies today. He got that offensive board and was going back up, and boom, did he get smothered. We'll see the shot. Nice looking shot from straight on. Missed the front. No block out. So wiped right across the hands where there was no chance of him getting that shot to go in.
First foul against Darian Norris, 6th team foul against the Braves, so Illinois State now in the bonus for the final 5:59 of this first half. Well played first half. Again, we mentioned that a lot of times in rivalry games the game can get sloppy and turnovers because of the intensity is so turned up. But I think both teams have done a pretty good job of keeping their emotions in check here.
Oh, I think that's true. I don't think there's any question about that.
Maniscalco's got the hot hand, missed the shot. High up to get it to Theron Wilson. He's contested, and now he's got a three-point opportunity.
Once again, showing his athleticism and his ability to go up over anybody that's trying to block him out.
Theron Wilson is just a beast on the boards. You look at him and you say, how does a guy who's built like him, at 6'5", 200 pounds, built more like a guard than like a forward, but he has a nose for the basketball, and he just gets to it. He can cause you, like we've mentioned, all kinds of trouble.
With that three-point conversion there, that three-point play the old-fashioned way, it's a tie ball game, Kurt, at 23 apiece.
Rubin, pickpocket. Maniscalco had the steal. Now Norris comes away with it all the way down, and Norris flips it up and in, and the Braves have completely taken the momentum of this one.
Boy, they just stripped Rubin clean out front, and they are so quick on the breakout. Once they get a loose ball, they being the Braves, once they get a loose ball created, they're going to get it and they're going to finish it.
The Braves on a 12-3 run right now. And now a tie-up, held ball. Illinois State's going to maintain possession of that one, but the Braves have really turned it up here defensively. They're getting the steals, they're getting the rebounds, and now on the held ball, it'll be Illinois State's basketball. They'll turn the possession arrow the other direction. Alex Rubin comes out, and Siad Adza comes in for Illinois State.
Well, the defense is the one thing that the Braves have really emphasized in their game plan throughout the course of this Valley season. They've really turned it on. In the preseason, they were kind of struggling a lot and giving up a lot of points. But, boy, once the conference came around, something clicked. And it's the right thing for the Braves because they do take care of the ball once they have it, and they do force turnovers when the opponent has it. We've seen it today.
Steve Adams, the public address announcer, making an announcement because a paper airplane was thrown onto the floor, trying to prevent any similar activity being done for anybody throwing anything towards the floor here, that's for sure. Nobody wants to see that. 25-23, Bradley a 2-point lead. Here's Eldridge, his three is good.
He's looking a little more comfortable than I've seen him in the last 3 or 4 ball games when he elevates to shoot.
Eldridge now with 8. Here's Dunson. Eldridge is guarding him. They switch out, and it's Norris who's given Bradley some nice minutes. Collins, his turnaround is no good. Tipped around and controlled by Dima Odiakosa.
Collins shot that one in a hurry.
Holloway right through the defense. Missed the shot. Followed in by Odiakosa.
What a follow-up by the big fella for the Redbirds. Nobody got a body on him, and he was there rim high to tip it in.
Jody Dunson still looking for his first points. Missed that shot. A near steal by Dunson. Odzik on the floor. He lost it. Dunson comes away with it. 3-on-1 if the Braves want it. Wilson, pull-up jumper, good.
Wilson is, every time the ball's loose, Wilson gets involved. Somehow, whether it be he makes the steal, he causes the deflection, he gets the points, he does something every time that ball is loose.
Well, you're seeing an all-conference type performance from Theron Wilson, who's the first player in double figures with 11. A lazy pass that time. It's going to be a foul against the Redbirds. At Odzik, it looked like.
Sloppy with the ball again were the Redbirds. The Bradley Braves pressure on the perimeter is causing problems in the half-court sets for the Redbirds.
Timeout on the floor. 3:29 to go here, first half. Illinois State 28, Bradley 27.
For good food, great people, and fun times, take a step off the beaten path and into Times Past. Order something from the extensive menu, try the daily special, or check out what's new at the buffet. For lighter fare, visit the salad bar. Times Past has a full bar too. Dine in, carry out, or call Art for all your catering needs. There's always a friendly face and plenty to do at Times Past Inn at Tawanda Plaza in Bloomington. Open 7 days a week. Times Past Inn. Good food at the right price.
Van Gundy Insurance has been a resource for insurance services in Central Illinois since 1946. When you need help with workers' compensation coverage, consult agent Jane Moore. If you are interested in a fully insured policy, a self-funded plan, or need to implement a return-to-work program, contact Jane Moore. We represent national workers' compensation carriers. Visit our website at vangundy.com or stop by our office in Normal. Insure with confidence at Van Gundy Agency.
Whether you're hosting a party or sitting down to enjoy the game, don't forget the beer nuts. Peanuts, cashews, or almonds are available in different tastes, sure to please everyone. We offer a large selection of unique gift packs and specialty items for every occasion and price range. Shop in person, by phone, by fax, or by mail. You can even shop on our website at beernuts.com. Shop in either of our 2 locations, the corner of Washington and Robinson Streets in Bloomington, or at the Sale Barn on Route 51 South.
Back here at Redbird Arena just a moment ago, Cyrus Eldridge knocked down his second 3-point shot of this first half. You say, Bob, he looks a little bit more comfortable shooting the basketball tonight.
Well, he certainly does to me anyway. I've seen him play the last several ball games, and he has just never seemed comfortable. He looked like everything was a struggle, and he couldn't find his rhythm. And tonight, the threes that he have made, he just really looked comfortable at it. Now, as we see the replay continue here, we see what has been causing the Redbirds' problem when they are in offense is the fact that the Bradley Brave defense is creating perimeter turnovers. We talked about that as being one of the keys to the game is you got to minimize your turnovers against the teams like Bradley Braves in order to have success because they get great runouts. And runouts mean high percentage shots. They rarely, if ever, miss them.
Yeah, Illinois State with 8 turnovers here in the first half. They had just 10 the entire game on Wednesday night in Cedar Falls against number 1 Northern Iowa, the top team in the league. So you can see how Bradley has taken Illinois State out of its rhythm on a lot of these offensive sets, that's for sure.
We got Kellen Thornton that has checked into the lineup for the Redbirds.
Isaac tried to get the ball, in fact, to Thornton, it looked like, and Sam Singh had other plans. Now, it's a Gucci down the lane. He flipped it in.
What an acrobatic lay-in that was.
Well, Champ has got those long arms, long strides. He covers a lot of ground with 2 steps, that's for sure, step and a half.
We talked about how Wilson was a tough matchup for anybody that plays the Braves, and that's what Oguchi is for the Redbirds, is a tough matchup.
Well, last Saturday, Chris Lowry, the Southern Illinois coach, saw his team come in here and get beat by Champ Oguchi and the Redbirds, and afterwards said, there's no doubt about it, Oguchi's the best 4-man in the league because nobody can match up with him. That was Coach Lowry's opinion of that. Foul is on Thornton. Into the free throw line goes McCain. Check that, Chris Roberts. I mentioned earlier that Roberts has been in a bit of a scoring slump lately. He's averaging just 5 points in his last 6 games. He was a starter at the beginning of the season. But again, as we mentioned, that Coach Les has been shaking his lineup out a little bit. And for a while there, he had Roberts and Maniscalco on the bench coming off, and he had McCain and Norris starting. Still has Roberts coming off the bench, but this afternoon he started Sam Maniscalco in place of Darian Norris.
Well, by shaking your lineup up, what that does a lot of times is it makes for some extremely competitive practice situations because everybody's playing for time. Everybody's playing to show Coach they can do it, and I think that has been a scenario that has worked for the Braves.
And most coaching staffs will tell you it's not about who starts, it's about who's finished. Give me the 5 guys on the floor in the final minute, not the first minute. Long pass over to Holloway, 10 on the shot clock. He's working on Roberts now. He's going to try the jump shot, and that's good.
Well, he's shooting. His shooting stroke is just so confident right now. He believes they're all going in.
9 points for Holloway. 3-point Illinois State lead. Wilson to tie it. Can't get it. Rebound to Osiris Eldridge. Now he's going to try another 3. That one won't go. Roberts the rebound for the Braves. A minute and a half to go here, opening half. We'll have a conversation with the league commissioner. Doug Elgin will join us at our halftime.
I think that's a great thing for him to be able to come to the games and then take time to talk on interview scenarios such as this and fill the people in on what's going on around the league and what the league's expectations are. Hats off to Doug Elgin, who's an extremely busy man, to do that with us.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that conversation. 8 on the shot clock now. Here's Wilson. He can't get it to go. Osiris Eldridge, the rebound for the Redbirds.
Just inside a minute, 55 seconds at this point.
Braves staying in their man-to-man. Here's Odzik now, works baseline. Kick out, Holloway thought about going down to Osiris Eldridge, but takes it to the floor instead and draws contact and a foul. Jim Les having a pretty animated conversation with Sam Maniscalco as we get another look at the foul. And I think in a lot of ways, Maniscalco is an extension of Jim Les on the floor. That's for sure. They both relate to each other so well. They're both, Jim Les is a former point guard, and Sam Maniscalco is now his point guard. So they're on the same wavelength. Let's put it that way.
Well, and I'll take those heritage traits back a step further. They're both a product of the Catholic League out of Chicago, where as a point guard, you better be tough and hard-nosed. The Catholic League in Chicago has brought many a point guard throughout the Midwest and collegiate ranks.
Sam's father, Carl, played for Bradley in the late 70s. Holloway makes the free throws. 5-point Illinois State lead. There's a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
This is kind of a momentum right here either way. Bradley, if they score, builds a little momentum. And the Birds, if they get a stop, feel a little bit better about themselves going into halftime. Running a weave out front just to kill some time, and the fans get on their feet. Cheering the Redbird defense on right now. Down to 7.
Maniscalco, he'll try a 3, top of the circle, miss it. Kellen Thornton high up to get the rebound. Lost it though, and time has run out in this opening half. Illinois State with a 5-point halftime lead, 34-29 over the Bradley Braves. Back with a conversation with the league commissioner, Doug Elgin, in a minute. Stay tuned. You're watching Comcast. Odiocosa. Bradley will counter with Theron Wilson, David Collins, Sam Maniscalco, Edrin McCain, and Dodie Dunson. So each team opens the second half with the same starting fives that open the game. Bradley will start with possession. The Braves in their road red uniforms with white and black trim with a white lettering on the chest. Illinois State in the home whites with red lettering on the chest and red numbers on the back. Maniscalco's three is missed, and Phillips the rebound for the Redbirds, and we're underway here in the second half. Kurt Pegler, Bob Morris, and our Comcast Sports crew here at Redbird Arena. Offensive foul on Dima Odiocosa, a push-off.
Well, I think both teams showed you what they wanted to try to emphasize as the half started. You saw the Braves try to get a red-hot Maniscalco back into the flow of things early in the second half, and then that didn't work. And then you saw the Birds come down, try to kick it inside, which is how they got the game started. Was with the dunk from Odiocosa, and that didn't work. So now let's see what Plan B is going to be.
This game is always important for bragging rights here locally, but when you take a look at the conference standings, first place Northern Iowa has already won, so they have a 2.5 game lead over Bradley and a 3.5 game lead as we stand here right now. So this game is imperative for both teams as they want to stay in the hunt because the Panthers are threatening to run away with this thing. Here's McCain. His three is missed, and the ball is to Illinois State. Somehow Osiris Eldridge, boy, there were bodies all over the place. Osiris came up with it. Oguchi's pull-up three is missed. Still looking for our first points of the second half. Here's Dunson down the lane. First points of the game for Dodie Dunson.
Well, and he gets them in a smart manner. He gets it being aggressive, taking the ball to the hole, not trying to rely on nothing but his outside shot when things aren't going his way.
Do you think he was pressing in the first half, coming back home and playing in this game?
I don't think there's any question about it that he was. He was a little too amped up.
Here's Eldridge now. Lloyd Phillips thought about the 3 steps in the lane. Finds Holloway. His pull-up jumper is front of the rim, no good. Bradley can tie the game with a 3-ball here. The Braves have just one 3-point make of the game. It was from this guy, Sam Maniscalco. Bradley 1 of 9 from 3-point land, and we've got a foul on Illinois State.
It's on Dima Odiocosa. That's his second. Within less than 2 minutes of the second half, he picks up 2 quick fouls. That's not what the Birds wanted to see, I guarantee you that.
Brandon Sampay immediately takes the warm-ups off. He'll come in and send Odiocosa to the bench.
That would be Odiocosa's 3rd total foul.
So that's a big foul, and another foul on the perimeter. And that's going against Illinois State, so 3 quick whistles against the Redbirds here. And that foul is on Holloway.
If memory serves me right, that was kind of how the second half at Peoria started too, with a lot of quick whistles against against Illinois State, and not very many against Bradley. And I'm not saying that's not the way it should be called. I don't mean that at all. I'm just saying it's odd that it would be that way again.
Here's Phillips. Down to Champa Gucci working the baseline, a no-look pass.
What a beautiful no-looker. What a great cut. That was what the Redbirds were looking for right there in order to get their offense back on track.
Oguchi in double figures for the 18th time in 22 games now for the Redbirds. Maniscalco 3 in. Top of the circle.
Maniscalco is such a tough kid.
So Maniscalco has both of Bradley's 3-point makes here this afternoon, and it's a 2-point game, 36-34 Illinois State. Here's Holloway. He's going to try to answer. Missed the shot. Theron Wilson the rebound.
He has shot twice from the perimeter so far in the second half, and neither one of them has he had his legs into it.
McCain down the lane, off the glass, and in, and we're even at 36.
A lot of energy early in the second half by the Bradley Braves.
So the Braves have erased their 5-point deficit at halftime. They're on a 7-2 run to open the second half. Eldridge guarded by Dunson. Screen from Sampay. Splits the defenders and draws contact.
A little fancy dribbling to get through the defensive maze. But when he did, he got to the hole and drew the foul. We'll see the replay here. Little ball fake. Collins gets the foul.
That's the first foul against the Braves here in the second half, and so Osiris Eldridge to the free throw line. He moved into 30th on the all-time scoring list for the Redbirds this past week. And you think about just 2.5 years into his career and some of the numbers that he's rolled up, boy, by the time he hangs it up, there's going to be a lot of Osiris Eldridge on the record book here at Illinois State.
You would certainly think so at the pace that he has shown us, as you said, for 2.5 years.
Puts the Redbirds back up in front. He had a 17-point, 10-rebound game in Peoria. He had to earn all of those points as the Braves really did a lockdown job on Illinois State as far as the defense was concerned. And Osiris even said after the game he earned every one of them. Here's Maniscalco's shot. It's no good. David Collins had the ball knocked out of his hands. Dunson comes up with it. He had it poked out of his hands by Odzik. And now the Braves will reload their offense.
A lot of Redbird fans not happy with that, believing Collins came over the back of Sampay to get the rebound advantage.
Dunson missed the shot. There's going to be an over the back that time on Theron Wilson.
The high-flying act, as we talked about, he was up there, but Champaguchi had position.
He has some serious hops, but this time he climbed over the back of Champaguchi. Boy, between Theron Wilson and Osiris Eldridge, we could have a really good triple jump or a high jump, couldn't we, here? If we,
it'd be fun to watch.
Track coaches would like that. Reach-in foul is going to go against Maniscalco. Boy, they've got the ability to get up, those two fellas. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're just underway second half. Redbirds 37, Braves 36. Back with more of the I-74 rivalry game on Comcast in just a minute.
Fresh means better, and nobody has fresher meat than College Hills Meat Shop. Get it your way. Do you ever really? At College Hills Meat Shop you do. Order what you want, any size you want, and as much as you want. We'll have it packaged on site and cut, ready for your table or freezer. And you have a good day. The College Hills Meat Shop, it's not a gimmick, it's our business. For the widest selection of fresh hand-cut meat, delicious homemade sides, and sausages, visit College Hills Meat Shop in Normal.
Schooners is what comes to mind when you say neighborhood bar and grill. Independently owned and operated, Schooners opened its doors in 1983. Schooners has been a neighborhood tradition, serving delicious foods like beer-battered chicken, buffalo wings, the Schooner Burger, fresh garden salads and homemade soups, the famous King Tenderloin, and try our new mini tenderloin platter. Schooners offers blue plate specials every weekday from 11 to 2 featuring homemade items.
Come on in and let me fix something fresh for you today.
Taste the local flavor at Schooners, 829-6841.
Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington. Honda just opened a new plant building Civics. They are reliable and fun to drive. All Hondas are New Year price. Better hurry. Honda Finance has fleets along with low rates and extended terms. Honda certified used Accords, Pilots, Odyssey, Civics, and CRVs. Other makes have Carfax reports too. Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington.
Redbirds with a 1-point lead, 37-36. And Illinois State, Bob, has had a couple of these baskets where they do a nice job cutting away from the basketball, and the point guards have rewarded them.
Well, to start the second half, the Redbirds' perimeter shooting has been sputtering, to say the least. So when you can get action going to the basket, like Oguchi had right there, and Phillips rewards him with a nice bounce pass, it's called an easy basket. And that sometimes is what you need rather than to struggle to shoot from the perimeter. You find an easy look like that. That's the fourth assist on this game for Lloyd Phillips, so he's obviously doing a good job distributing the ball and finding the people that should be getting it.
Phillips, Sampay, Odzik, Oguchi, and Eldridge, the five on the floor for Illinois State. Dunson, Norris, Singh, Wilson, and Maniscalco, the five for Bradley. And there's another look down low, Sampay. And that time just a quick pass down. He was a step ahead of Sam Singh, and he drew contact.
Well, it was a great look by Lloyd Phillips. They were reversing the ball, and he caught Sam Singh cheating, and he didn't get over in time to recover. And by the time Singh recovered, he had to foul Sampay. It was a great basket cut and a great pass.
And for folks that are unfamiliar with Brandon Sampay's story this year, this young man had hip surgery on his left hip the first week of August. Illinois State was not expecting him back until Christmas time, and then probably limited minutes at that point for a week or 2 or 3 before he could really feel like he was himself. But he hasn't missed a single game, and he's lost weight. He's actually played better this year after the hip surgery than he did last year.
Well, I think the rehabilitation helped him lose the weight, and I think that has sped along his recovery.
Dunson's pocket is picked by Osiris Eldridge.
Oh, my. That will get this place erupting. They are on their feet.
And now the Redbirds trap at the half court. Maniscalco somehow gets through it. It's Dunson to Wilson and back out to Dunson. Thought about the 3. Wilson thought about it as well. Dunson's going to try a 3, and that is in and out. And it's Eldridge for the Redbirds.
He was second-guessing himself because he passed up the first look, and when he got it back, he knew he had to shoot it.
Now it's Sampay, guarded by Sam Singh. Tries to body down on Singh. His short shot is out, rimmed out, but he's going to get to the free throw line again.
Sam Singh, in hockey, did call it a body check, and I think he called same in basketball. He body checked him right there.
That's the 3rd foul now against Singh. And back to the free throw line goes Brandon Sampay. 6'8", 255, playing his senior year. He's from Inglewood, California. Played his high school hoops there at Crenshaw High School. Went to Howard College, then transferred to Illinois State.
I think at this point in time, the Redbirds are perfect from the foul line, not only from the first half and the entire game, they're perfect from the line, I believe. And it's because the right people, for the Redbirds' perspective, are shooting free throws. When you're aggressive on offense, taking the ball to the hole, you're going to draw fouls and go to the line, and they've got the right people doing that today for them.
And David Collins has re-entered for Bradley, sending Sam Singh with his 3 fouls back to the bench. Here's Theron Wilson, works on Aguchi, can't get it to go, got his offensive rebound, and then in traffic, drew contact. Boy, that first step from Wilson, he just exploded around the defense.
And I also want to compliment him. Not only is that first step explosive, but he stayed with it. He didn't follow through. As you see on the replay here, he didn't go anywhere. He stayed right there hanging around the rim, waiting for the possible miss, and he got his own rebound. And that's a tough thing to do when your momentum is carrying you a different direction.
And so Wilson will go to the free throw line, and he gets there quite a bit. In fact, he's 17th in the country in getting to the free throw line. He averages 7 foul shots a game, and we talked about it earlier. When you are a scorer and you're counted upon to score, you find ways to get to the free throw line, and that's what this young man does. Chris Roberts is coming in for Dodie Dunson. And Wilson joining Osiris Eldridge as the only players in the Missouri Valley Conference that are in the top 7 in 3 separate categories, scoring, rebounding, and steals. Those 2 guys can do it all, and we're seeing both of them put that on display here this afternoon. 5-point Illinois State lead, 43-38. Here's Phillips now. Backdoor to Osiris Eldridge.
Oh, my. Oh, my. If the first dunk by O didn't bring him out of the seats, that one did. And again, what a fabulous pass to lead him to the rim.
Lloyd Phillips with 5 assists, none more spectacular than that one. Now Wilson. He zips the pass down to Collins. He couldn't finish. Roberts had it momentarily knocked out of his hands. Odzik comes down with it for Illinois State. Redbirds with a basketball and a 7-point advantage. Lloyd Phillips tried to slip the pass down to Sampay, who got it, and then had his pass almost stolen. Redbirds come away with it. It's Odzik. 20
wild
shot
flurry. It was a wild flurry right there.
Odzik goes inside to Sampay.
Ball movement. They've gotten penetration. They kick out. They kick back in. Ball movement has been outstanding by the Redbirds.
Bradley wants timeout. We'll step aside. 13:32 to go. Redbirds on a run. They lead at 47-38.
Since 1967, Quality Truck Equipment is Bloomington Normal's only truck equipment upfitter. Quality Truck handles the highest quality truck bodies available, from dump trucks to service vehicles and everything in between. Let Quality Truck Equipment's professionals design and install a truck body tailored to your needs. Not only will we save you money up front, our higher quality bodies will far outlast cookie cutter bodies found on car lots. Quality Truck Equipment, conveniently located at 1201 Bell Street in Bloomington.
See the Women Redbirds as they face Indiana State February 7th at 1 p.m. at Redbird Arena.
Van Gundy Insurance has been a resource for insurance services in Central Illinois since 1946. Professional liability coverage is an important component of your insurance program. If you operate a preschool or child care facility, contact Agent John Lenahan to determine if your coverage is adequate. Contact John Lenahan before you have a claim. Visit our website at vangundy.com or stop by our office in Normal. Insure with confidence at Van Gundy Agency.
Illinois State with a 47-38 lead over Bradley. Lloyd Phillips with a couple of terrific assists, and again, none prettier than this one to Osiris Eldridge.
Well, plays like this aren't by accident. That is not offense by accident. That is offense by design. When you're playing the Braves of Bradley, you know they get out in the passing lanes and they pressure, and you start then running plays and setting up opportunities to backdoor cut them because you know they're going to be in the lane looking at the ball, and when you back cut them, you get opportunities like that. Now the question is, can you execute them? The Birds have been able to do that the last couple of possessions, have been rewarded with a nice little dunk right there, as we all saw in the replay by Osiris Eldridge.
And the athleticism of Osiris Eldridge, most people just kind of catch that ball and come down with it. He's still soaring, and he's able to finish. Here's Maniscalco now. He finds Dunson in the corner. On the perimeter, the Braves work it. Theron Wilson. Now Maniscalco. He's hit a couple of three-pointers. Missed that one, though. Offensive rebound. Collins, hook shot in.
Nice rebound by Collins. He caught it high, kept it high, and finished.
Second chance points for the Braves, and a basket by Collins. He's got 4 points now. Here's Siad Odzik. And now it's Aguchi's turn for three. It's short. And now it's McCain coming out quickly for the Braves. He'll pull up wisely until he gets some help. Theron Wilson down the lane. Kick out to Dunson. With Osiris Eldridge flying at him, he still hit the three.
There, finally found his shot. He got his legs under it. He got it up. Nice looking shot. Good pass to find him open by Wilson.
5 in a row for the Braves now. This happened in the first half where Illinois State had a 9-point lead, and just like that, Bradley came back. Oguchi can't get it to go. Sampé had it momentarily. The ball is on the floor. Let's see here. Jump ball, possession, Illinois State.
Now there's what I love about college athletics. We got teams that are a huge rival and they're going at it. The ball's on the floor, they're jumping all over. And you see Brandon Sampé and Theron Wilson helping each other up after a scrum on the court. And smiling, slapping each other in the hind end. They're just a couple of competitors that are enjoying the moment.
And I think what I enjoyed about that was no foul was called. And they said, hey, we're going to let these guys play. We're going to call it a hell ball. Nobody was whistled for a foul because they were going at it, so hard.
That's what the game's about. Play hard, enjoy yourself, and be a good sportsman in the process. Bradley going to a 2-3 zone, first time the second half that we've seen that out of him.
Off the inbounds pass, huh?
Yep.
Here's Phillips, three from the top of the circle. Oh, it rolled in.
Had a little backspin like your approach shots with the wedge, Third.
Big time shot for Lloyd Phillips. Hit the heel of the rim and came in, and now a steal. Sam Maniscalco was pickpocketed, but the Redbirds got sloppy with it, and Dunson, following the play, comes away with it.
Emmanuel Holloway brought the ball around behind his back and lost it. I don't know why he would have been doing that.
Now it's McCain down the lane. Hangs, fires, missed the shot. Rebound, tipped around, still live, and caught by Holloway.
I tell you, the loose balls in the last few minutes have gone the Redbird way by effort. And the first few minutes of the second half, they were going by way of the Braves. Now it seems to have reversed itself.
Holloway is guarded by Dunson. He hands it to Odzik, who's guarded by Maniscalco. Spins on him, finds Sampe, short jumper, rolls off. And somehow Champaguchi comes down with it. Now Phillips for three, in and out. And Collins was nearly tackled there by Holloway as they both went for it. Now McCain comes up the floor. It's Dunson working baseline, and it's going to be a blocking foul against Odzik. Boy, good end-to-end action here.
Players down on both ends of the court. You got both coaches talking to the officials. It's your typical rivalry game.
Physical basketball here at Redbird Arena. 10:36 to go here in this second half. Illinois State leads Bradley 50-43. Back with more here on Comcast in just a moment.
Will Rogers said, "Don't talk to me about the return on my money. Talk to me about the return of my money. Just guarantee it and make sure it's going to be there." In 29 years of helping individuals with their investment and savings plans, people have one desire in regard to their money above all others, and that is for safety. Today, there are ways to experience the potential of market-type rates of return while protecting your principal. If this strategy, growth with safety, is appealing to you, contact us today, and we'll show you exciting new alternatives for your money to help it grow and keep it safe at the same time.
Looking for a way to get in shape without breaking the bank? Try Illinois State University Recreation Services. Whether you're a student or a community member, we offer a variety of membership options and programs to fit your wallet and your lifestyle. Personal training, group fitness, racquetball, basketball courts and track, plus much more. Fit in something new and get active for less with Illinois State University Recreation Services. For more information, call 438-PLAY. Visit our website or come see us at the corner of Beach and Willow in. Dance, walk, move, even the smallest step counts. Celebrate the Day of Dance for Health, February 28th from 8 a.m. to noon at the Heartland Community College Workforce Development Center. Admission is free with a donation of non-perishable food items or a cash donation for the Midwest Food Bank. Day of Dance, sponsored by Broman Healthcare and Heartland Community College. For more information, please visit our website or call 1-877-270-4968.
10:36 to go here, second half of the game at Redbird Arena. Illinois State 50, Bradley 43. Kurt Pegler, Bob Morris, and our Comcast Sports crew, headed up by our producer-director Frank Blaine. We're glad you're alongside on this last Saturday in January. This is the earliest that I can remember, Bob, where the Illinois State-Bradley series will be done. There have been some years when the two teams haven't even played each other till February, and here we are in January, and the series is wrapped up.
What are we going to do for the last month? For excitement, Kurt.
I guess the teams are going to have to concentrate on their other opponents, right? Darian Norris has checked in the game now for Bradley. That's him going inside to Collins. His hook shot's no good. Sampe comes down with it.
A little strong on his shot. He did all the work to get open and shoot it over top of Sampe, but he couldn't get her to go down because of his strength on the shot.
Odzik down the lane. And he went right at Collins and drew some contact, and he's going to get to the free throw line.
Boy, he had good recognition there because Collins and Sampe had both got tangled up and went down to the floor. So Sead Osdick saw that, as we see in the replay here, and as soon as he sees it, he takes it to the bucket, and Collins recovers, but not in time to get any position, and he fouls Sead Osdick going to the hole. Sead usually is money from the free throw line.
In fact, that's his first miss of the season. He'd been 4 of 4 going in. We mentioned that he had been held scoreless in his last 3 games and only had 2 points in his last 7, but Odzik has come off the Redbird bench. He's got 5 points here, so this has been his best game of the conference season for Illinois State. Dunson with Eldridge all over him. Good matchup here. And now we got a blocking foul on Sampe, who stepped out. And that's his third.
So that makes both post players for Illinois State with 9:56, just under 10 minutes. Both post players have 3 fouls.
That's the 6th team foul against Illinois State here, second half, so Bradley now in the bonus.
Now, with 10 minutes left and both of them with only 3, that shouldn't pose a problem unless somebody gets 2 in a hurry.
So Sampay out, Dima Oriocosa in. Here's Norris. Now Dunson. Under 10 minutes to go.
Bradley running the perimeter weave out front, and occasionally they pop Collins out to screen for one of the perimeters.
It's Norris. He can't get it to go. McCain high up. The freshman guard comes away with it. See if he'll reload the offense. He will.
Back right straight into that weave. ISU switches on the perimeter from it.
It's Dunson down the lane, and he missed the shot, but he's going to get to the free throw line. This will be Doty's first trip to the foul line. We mentioned that as a starter, he has stepped up his game here in the last 2 weeks or so. He started the Braves' first 8 games, then he was a reserve for the next 10, then back in the starting lineup for the last 3, including this one now 4. And I know you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Bob, he's scoring nearly 16 points per game as a starter.
8 different times this season he's led the Braves in scoring, so he's been a scorer for them throughout the year. I think the reason that he kind of fell out of the starting lineup was his defensive end. And once he picked that back up, he got right back in the lineup.
That one rolls in. His story, of course, well documented. Signed with Illinois State out of high school. In fact, with Brandon Holtz, one of his high school teammates. Holtz with the Redbirds, but opted instead to go to Iowa State and Vincennes. And now he's transferred to Bradley, where he's playing in his first season for Jim Less. His foul shots have pulled Bradley within 6. It's 51-45 Illinois State. We approach the 9-minute mark left in this one. Here's Oriocosa. He's going to work on Sampay. He's going to work on Singh, and Singh now just picked up his 4th foul.
Now for the 2 post players for Bradley, I know Singh has 4, but I'm trying to find here, check for Collins. Where are we at here?
7th team foul against the Braves now.
Collins only has 1, so he's not in any foul trouble. Singh still pleading his case with the official as they line up for the shot.
Now, Dima Oriocosa, for you fans who aren't as familiar with this young man, he's only been playing organized basketball for 6 years, a Nigerian native. Tim Jankovic told us about 2 weeks ago that once he gets done with college, he's going to make himself a lot of money. He's not sure in which area, but he's got a broadcast management degree, so Bob, you and I really have to watch our P's and Q's when we talk about Dima Oriocosa.
That's right. The reason Coach Jankovic made that comment was he said he's never met anybody that's so dedicated and works so hard at what he does.
Sam Singh remains in the ballgame even with his 4th foul. Here's Dunson. Now Theron Wilson in the lane, poked and fouled. He may have been scratched in the eye, it looked like. Boy, there were a couple of hands coming at him, one from Odzik, one from Eldridge. That foul's going to be on Siad Odzik, his 3rd. And it looks like he got poked right in the eye.
He just has that innate ability to beat you off the dribble and get deep penetration into the paint. And when you get in there, rarely does anything good happen for the defense. It's the offense that now has the advantage. And whether it be a foul, a shot, or a kick out, that's where they want to get when they go. Bradley gets into the weave.
Well, we see the saline solution and the small mirror out, so contact lenses, at least one contact lens, has been knocked out.
Well,
remember the old days when there'd be 4 or 5 guys on the floor looking for a contact lens? Now with these disposables, nobody even bothers looking for them. We just pop in another one. But boy, those old days when there'd be all these 6'8", 6'9" guys crawling around on the floor looking for a teeny tiny contact lens.
Nobody see it's like, what took us so long to figure out that everybody that wore them should bring an extra pair to the game, maybe.
Thank goodness for technology, right? Those hard lenses are gone. The soft ones are in.
Exactly, and you can afford to have several pairs of them now because of that.
So Wilson now appears to have his contact lens in place, and he's going to go back to the free throw line. He had 12 points in the game against the Redbirds in Peoria. He's already bettered that with 13 as he goes to the foul line now.
I think all 10 players were kind of thankful that he had to take a little extra time because he gave everybody a chance to catch their breath.
That's right.
And towel off a little bit.
It's like stopping at the rest stop on the interstate, right? It's just an unexpected little rest there.
And I'm also thinking that the fans might have recuperated a little bit during that.
Had a chance to catch our breath, huh? Both foul shots are good. Wilson is perfect from the foul line here. At 6 out of 6, he's got 14. Check that, he's 7 of 7 for 15 points. There's Phillips, now to Holloway.
Again, that backdoor cut. They're catching that wing player defensively, staring at the ball, and they're cutting on the baseline side and getting lay-ins off of it repeatedly now.
Now Dunson from the top of the circle. His three is in. So after being held scoreless in the opening half, Dodie Dunson, as you mentioned, Bob, has found his shooting stroke now. He's hit a couple of threes. He's in double figures. He's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, he's found his stroke because he didn't try to force the outside shot only. In the first half, that's all he was looking for. In the second half, he started out by taking the ball to the basket and getting some lay-ins and then getting some free throws, and now he's found his stroke from the outside.
Eldridge, pull up, missed it. Rebound, Holloway, short shot. Off the glass, can't get it. Cleared by Wilson. Wilson has 7 rebounds to go with his 15 points.
Bradley within 5 and have the ball.
Maniscalco down the lane, lost the dribble, looking for help. He finds Dunson. Now it's Singh down low, short shot. He can't get it. Osiris Eldridge clears.
The guards for Illinois State are doing a good job when the shot goes up for Bradley. The guards from ISU are doing a great job of coming in and rebounding defensively.
Lloyd Phillips turned it over. Timeout on the floor. 7:04 to go. Illinois State 55, Bradley 50. Back with more in a minute. You're watching the I-74 rivalry here on Comcast.
Products don't know how to find customers, but Comcast Spotlight does. With a mix of on-air, online, and on-demand advertising, you can reach your customers wherever they are.
Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington. Honda just opened a new plant building Civics. They are reliable and fun to drive. All Hondas are New Year priced. Better hurry. Honda Finance has fleets along with low rates and extended terms. Honda certified used Accords, Pilots, Odysseys, Civics, and CRVs. Other makes have Carfax reports too. Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington.
For good food, great people, and fun times, take a step off the beaten path and into times past. Order something from the extensive menu, try the daily special, or check out what's new at the buffet. For lighter fare, visit the salad bar. Times Past has a full bar too. Dine in, carry out, or call Art for all your catering needs. There's always a friendly face and plenty to do at Times Past Inn at Tawanda Plaza in Bloomington. Open 7 days a week. Times Past Inn. Good food at the right price.
Lloyd Phillips making good decision on Wednesday night. He had 7 assists against Northern Iowa in the game in the loss at Cedar Falls. Here's another nice decision as he finds a cutting Emmanuel Holloway down low. That's 6 assists now for Lloyd Phillips here this afternoon.
He's doing a sterling job of distributing the ball.
And so the Redbirds send Oguchi, Holloway, Odzik, Phillips, and Dima Odiokosa back on the floor. Let's see who the Braves counter with. Maniscalco, Wilson, Dunson, Singh, and Edrin McCain. Again, Sam Singh still on the floor despite his 4 fouls.
They like having his bulk in the middle to bang around, and as we've made mention several times during this game, it's a physical contest, and having somebody of Singh's size and stature in there is a benefit for the Braves.
Well, he offers a different kind of defense than David Collins, the 7-footer, does for the Braves. Like you said, he's much more physical.
We're seeing ISU come out from the timeout in a 2-3 zone, the first time today that we've seen that. It's a different look, and see if the Bradley offense can do something from it.
Dunson, the corner, side of the backboard again. Ball is free, out of bounds off of, they say, Oguchi, so it will be Bradley's basketball.
That caught all the rebounders by surprise because of the angle it came off at. It hit, like you said, the side of the backboard.
Well, it never nicked the rim, so there's still just 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. They will not reload the shot clock there. Here's Maniscalco now with 4 on the clock. Sam Singh flashes the lane, misses the shot. Rebound, Dodie Dunson. So another offensive look for the Braves here.
Well, the Birds got a miss out of the zone, but they couldn't secure the defensive board.
Maniscalco, he's going to try a 3.
Oh,
That's
he's good at it. He's good at it. You give him enough looks. That brings it to a 2-point ball game. 6 minutes left in the contest.
Well, the Braves had 3 looks at it that time, thanks to their work on the offensive glass. 6 minutes to go. It's a 2-point game. Now Lloyd Phillips down the lane. He scoops it up. He can't get it to go. Singh clears for Bradley.
Wild shot. That's not what the offense needs for the Redbirds at this point.
Here's McCain. Now it's Maniscalco to an open Dodie Dunson, and the Braves have the lead. A 3-pointer is good.
I would think we're going to see a timeout here, right? Yes, we do, right immediately. Dunson is the one that's got him back. He got hot here in the last 5 minutes of the contest.
Dunson held scoreless in the opening 20 minutes, has 13 here in the second half. He's knocked down 3 critical 3-pointers, and the Braves have a 1-point advantage at 56-55.
Well, the homecoming for former Bloomington High School players seems to be quite the thing right now. We see the Bradley Braves move the ball around here, and Dunson gets a wide open look. Champaguchi does not close out quick enough. As I was making reference to earlier a week ago, when Illinois State played Southern Illinois here, we saw Justin Bocott have the game of his life. He had a career high against the Redbirds here. Again, a former Bloomington High School ball player and a teammate of Dodie Dunson's.
And Dodie Dunson's had a chance this year to play against his brother, Brandon, who plays at SIU Edwardsville. Had a chance to play against Justin Bocott at Southern Illinois, and a chance to play against Brandon Holt. So you're right, it's been a good year for the Bloomington alumni in the Missouri Valley Conference. 5:36 to go here.
Now the question is, can the Redbirds regroup and answer the bell?
Champaguchi missed it. Dunson the rebound for Bradley.
It's for the Redbirds. It's going to come down. Can you get stops? You've got to get stops before you can just trade baskets.
Here's McCain now. Works on Holloway. Kick out to Dunson. He's got the hot hand. He hands to Wilson. 10 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper from the foul line. It had to be changed. Now it's McCain who comes down with it with 5 on the shot clock. Hands it to Maniscalco. His 3 is long and it's tracked down by Illinois State.
Good defensive sequence that time by the Birds.
Now Phillips. Crossover dribble. Hangs, fires, score it.
You get that type of penetration, something positive will happen.
Lloyd Phillips now with 5 points. Big bucket there for Illinois State. Now Dunson works on Osiris Eldridge. Flipped up a kind of a wild shot. It was tipped out and controlled by Champaguchi.
That was a wild shot. That's not something that Dunson is really proficient at. He'd rather set out on the outside perimeter and shoot.
4 minutes left in this one. Here's Phillips. Down the lane. Slips a pass to Odiakosa, who finishes.
Once again, I didn't think he saw him. And he threw a no-look bounce pass right in stride to the big fella who finished with the dunk.
And for the second straight game, Lloyd Phillips has 7 assists. Jim Les wants timeout. It's the 4th time this season that Lloyd Phillips has had a 7-assist game.
You know, Kurt, I have had times where I've had conversations with people away from the game that they are critical of some of the things that Lloyd Phillips does throughout the course of a game. They say he throws it away too much, too many turnovers tagged on him and things of that nature. But I have defended the little fella all season long, and I will continue to. When you have the ball that much in your hands, you're going to be the one that leads the team in turnovers. Also, there's so many positives that come from him. As we see right here on the screen, the roll, look at the depth he gets on penetration. Attracts 3. He's still with the no-look bounce pass right in stride to the big fella who flushes it home. It's how do you not defend that? I'm going to be the president of his fan club because yes, he makes some errors, but yes, he's got the ball in his hands a lot more than anybody else. Good things happen typically.
59-56, the Illinois State advantage as we approach 3.5 left in this one at Redbird Arena. Entertaining college basketball game. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you here on Comcast.
Kurt, this is pretty typical of the Missouri Valley Conference this year.
Wilson the miss. Guess who got his own rebound? Theron Wilson. He's on the baseline. Did he call timeout?
Yes, he did.
Boy, Wilson's done that a number of times, hasn't he, this afternoon, Bob, where he misses a shot and he's the one getting the rebound.
He is quick. There's no question the young man is as athletic as we're going to see in the Valley.
Let's see here. We've got another look at this play here. He's on the floor. He never touched the baseline, and now the timeout could have actually come from the bench. It could have come from one of the players. We don't know at that point.
Well, he was verbally calling for it. You don't have to signal a timeout. You just have to get the ref's attention, whether it be verbally or signaling it. And I believe he was verbalizing timeout. Now, if I'm a Redbird coach, I'm saying he doesn't have that opportunity if I block him off and we get that ball, we being the Redbirds. But they didn't get that job done because of Wilson's quickness to the ball, and he got there, got the timeout. Bradley secures another possession.
So McCain will trigger for the Braves from the baseline. He gets it into Maniscalco. He sets and fires and drops down another 3, and now we're even. So Bradley, which had just 1 3-point make in the first half, has shot the 3 pretty well here in the second half. They've got 6 3-pointers after the intermission. Dunson has 3 of those 3-pointers, and Maniscalco has the other 2. Noguchi thought about the 3, now steps inside of it, had it knocked out of his hands. Now it's going to be Holloway, his 3, front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Theron Wilson. Wilson's going to be having a double-double here very shortly. He's got 15 points and 9 rebounds.
Well, it comes down to defense once again on both ends. Who can get the stops and then take advantage on the offense? Maniscalco got Phillips to lay down and missed it.
The ball is tipped out, and Emmanuel Holloway comes away with it.
Loose ball to the Birds that time.
And now Tim Jankovic wants timeout. Chess match going on here. It's a 30-second timeout. 2:19 to go in this one. It's 59 all. If you've just joined us, you've missed a whale of a basketball game, but you're here for the conclusion. It was Illinois State by 5 at halftime. And the Redbirds have had leads as big as 9, but the Braves have never really been in the panic mode, and each time have answered and have clawed their way back to a 59-all tie.
And every time the Braves have answered, it's been by different people. They've had Maniscalco lead them in runs. They've had Dunson lead them in runs. They've had Wilson lead them in runs. That's what makes them a very difficult team to defend and stop, because it's a variety of folks on their squad that can attack you. Same thing on the Redbirds then, right? They've had points contributed by a whole bunch of different people today. These are 2 pretty evenly matched ball clubs by the 2 contests we've seen.
Agreed.
Once again, how many times have we been able to say that throughout the Valley play, Kurt?
Eldridge, Odiakosa, Noguchi, Phillips, and Holloway, the starting 5 are on the floor for Illinois State. Bradley has Dunson, David Collins now in, so he replaces Sam Singh. Theron Wilson, Edrin McCain, and Sam Maniscalco. This is the original starting 5 for the Braves as well. Champaguchi down the lane, slipped it inside to Dima Odiakosa.
Once again, dribble penetration created dysfunctional defense.
And the Redbirds are getting their points in the paint. Bradley's getting their points on the perimeter. Fans on their feet, under 2 minutes to play. McCain. Now it's David Collins. 10 on the shot clock. Maniscalco down the lane. Now it's Collins. Now it's Wilson with 4 to shoot. Wilson spins and shoots and can't get it to go. And it's going to be a foul against Bradley, it appears.
Yes, it is. Collins once again, even though he's 7 foot tall, he's on the back of Champaguchi. What a phenomenal defensive sequence by the Redbirds, finished off by rebounding. And I think you got to give a lot of credit to the 6th man on that play. By the noise of the crowd, it lifted the emotions of the Redbirds.
Redbirds at the foul line when we come back. Illinois State 61, Bradley 59 with 1:25 to go.
Looking for a way to get in shape without breaking the bank? Try Illinois State University Recreation Services. Whether you're a student or a community member, we offer a variety of membership options and programs to fit your wallet and your lifestyle. Personal training, group fitness, racquetball, basketball courts and track, plus much more. Fit in something new and get active for less with Illinois State University Recreation Services. For more information, call 438-PLAY. Visit our website or come see us at the corner of Beach and Willow in Normal. Dance, walk, move, even the smallest step counts. Celebrate the Day of Dance for Health, February 28th from 8 a.m. to noon at the Heartland Community College Workforce Development Center. Admission is free with a donation of non-perishable food items or a cash donation for the Midwest Food Bank. Day of Dance, sponsored by Broman Healthcare and Heartland Community College. For more information, please visit our website or call 1-877-270-4968.
Whether you're hosting a party or sitting down to enjoy the game, don't forget the beer nuts. Peanuts, cashews, or almonds are available in different tastes, sure to please everyone. We offer a large selection of unique gift packs and specialty items for every occasion and price range. Shop in person, by phone, by fax, or by mail. You can even shop on our website at beernuts.com. Shop in either of our 2 locations, the corner of Washington and Robinson Streets in Bloomington, or at the Sale Barn on Route 51 South.
1:25 to go in a 2-point game, 61-59. This is the bucket here from Odiakosa, which has given the Redbirds the lead.
Look at the depth that Champ Oguchi gets on his dribble penetration, which attracts Dima's defender, opens a passing lane, and Dima then is able to finish it off with the lay-in.
And so it's going to be Oguchi at the foul line. He's already surpassed this season the best year of scoring that he ever had at Oregon, where he played 3 years before transferring to Illinois State. More points this year than any of his 3 seasons at Oregon.
And this second free throw becomes huge because it makes it a 2-possession ball game if it goes in.
Siad Odzik checks in now for Lloyd Phillips, a little bit more size on the perimeter.
That's exactly right, and then they've got the luxury of being able to run either Holloway and or Eldridge at the point.
But he missed the second free throw. Ball is on the floor, loose ball. Dima Odiakosa had it momentarily. Osiris Eldridge had it too, but it slipped off his hands and out of bounds.
Just great hustle. Knott takes a 3 to tie. Boy, we just got an eternity to play.
Oh yeah, a minute 20, are you kidding me?
In a game of this stature, it's just going to go back and forth a lot of time. Now, it comes down to defense for the Redbirds. Defense has got to be finished off with a rebound. For Bradley, it comes down to execution on the offense. Can they get a good look and or draw a foul?
McCain. Now it's Dunson. McCain's guarded by Odiakosa. There's a mismatch down low. That means that Odzik is guarding Sam Singh. It's Wilson down the lane. He's going to get to the free throw line though. He was fouled on the penetration. There was a mismatch there. Odiakosa had stepped out on the perimeter, so Sam Singh at 6'9" was being guarded by 6'3" Siad Odzik.
McCain saw it and swung the ball back to the strong side to Wilson to try to get him to dump it down, and I don't think Wilson's recognized the mismatch inside. But as a result, he took it to the basket, though, and drew the foul.
Wilson is at his average, now above his average of foul shots at a game. He averages, as we mentioned, 7 trips to the free throw line every game. That was his 8th, and he's perfect from the free throw line.
He's smooth. Lloyd Phillips checked back in at that free throw moment. Siad Ozdik's out. Phillips in for offense. Sampay comes in. Dima Odiakosa checks out. Fresh legs in the middle.
It's a 1-point game, 52.8 seconds to go. Osiris Eldridge tried to throw it in, and it looked like it hit the bottom of the rim.
If it hits the bottom of the rim, it's legal. If it hits the back of the backboard, it isn't.
It hit something on the way in, and there's Sampay down low. He's blocked from behind by Singh, but there's a foul call. The official also took a spill on that play. That was Terry Weimer.
I think Singh fouled them both. He took them both down. Now that's getting your money's worth on a foul.
Here's another look at the foul.
Great recognition by Phillips once again.
Well, Sam Singh has now just picked up his 5th foul on that play. And Jim Les is trying to get an explanation from Paul Jansen on the inbounds pass.
Well, what his arguing is right now, and I understand him questioning that call. The inbounds play by Osiris Eldridge hit something. Again, I wasn't watching that. I was watching the play out here. If it hit the back of the backboard, that's illegal. It's an out-of-bounds play, and it goes back to Bradley under their basket. If it got past there and hit the rim, then that's in play. It's on the front side of the backboard, and that's in play, and therefore the Redbirds secured it and can continue on as the play did.
Well, Sampay will go to the free throw line. Again, Sam Singh has just fouled out of the game, picked up his 5th foul, so David Collins has checked in to replace him. And Sampay, who's a 73% free throw shooter, to the line.
Good looking stroke there. .1 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of possessions still left in this one, you would think, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so it's a 3-point advantage. Sampay does his job. He goes to the bench, and Dima Odiakosa comes back in for defense.
Strength on the boards.
And the crowd on its feet.
3-point ball game, 40 seconds remaining.
Dunson works on Osiris Eldridge to the lane, and now he's got a 3-point opportunity.
Wow.
A hoop and foul for Dodie Dunson, who's had a wonderful second half after not making a shot from the field in the first half.
He went like he was shot out of a cannon. He turned that corner on the left wing like I hadn't seen before. We'll see the replay here.
Well, it's just what the doctor ordered for Bradley. They didn't have to shoot a 3. The Braves get an opportunity to tie the game at the free throw line with Dunson penetrating and scoring. Dunson, 71% foul shooter. But he missed it, and it's Sampay that comes away with it. He hands to Holloway, who's fouled in the backcourt.
He was fouled immediately, which is a good play for the Braves because it leaves a lot of time, 28.5 left on the clock, and puts the pressure on the Redbirds to have to make free throws. It's still a 1-point lead for the Redbirds at this point. Making free throws right now isn't as easy as you might think it would be. It isn't the same as shooting them at the end of the first half.
Even on your home floor.
Oh, no.
Charge the foul to David Collins. That's his 4th. Emmanuel Holloway, a 71% free throw shooter to the line.
Oh, he made that one look easy. Great rhythm, great confidence.
The Redbirds have done their job at the free throw line. There have been a couple of games this year where they've been snake bitten at the foul line. That's not the case here. this afternoon. 20 of 23 at the free throw line. Make it 21 of 24.
Awesome. That's pressure basketball right there.
28.5 seconds left. Bradley calls time. Redbird 66, Bradley 63. Is this what it's all about in college basketball? Two heated rivals playing a well-played game in front of a sold-out crowd with a one-possession game under a half a minute to go?
In my opinion, you better believe this is what it's about. This is why you work all summer as a player. This is why you do everything you do in the preseason as a player to get ready for moments like this. This is basketball at its finest, and you can go all over the country and find rivalries, but you're not going to find one any better than this one. They might be larger schools or more higher profile schools, but this is what it's about. You said it perfectly, Kurt.
All right, take us into both huddles here, Bob. What's going on in the Bradley huddle? What's going on in the Illinois State huddle?
Well, in the Bradley huddle right now, they've got a three-point offense, so they're not going to have to do anything out of the ordinary. They run a weave, which is a dribble, drive, and kick, and they're looking for a three-pointer, but they're not at that point where they're desperate right now to have to get a three-pointer. If they can get an opportunity for a quick two, they will. If not, they'll kick and shoot the three. It's the rebound that becomes important. That's what's being talked about in the ISU bench right now, is play solid defense, stay positioned between your man and the basket, and then everybody block off and go get the rebound. All five people become important rebounders.
It'll be Theron Wilson, Sam Maniscalco, Edrin McCain, Dodie Dunson, and David Collins for Bradley. Emmanuel Holloway, Champ Iguchi, Lloyd Phillips, Dima Odiakosa, Osiris Eldridge for Illinois State. 3-point Illinois State lead. Collins with the ball. Now it's McCain. Under 20 seconds to go. Here's Maniscalco. Down to Collins. They're going to let Bradley get the two.
They would give that up. No question about it. 15 seconds.
15.3. Odiakosa is fouled. That's not the guy that Illinois State wants at the free throw line, I wouldn't think.
We're going to find out. If you'd asked me before the game, no. You ask me now, he's the one. So he's going to take him.
So Dima Odiakosa walks down to shoot the biggest free throws of the season for him.
Whoever made the foul, and I missed who that was, Kurt, it obviously was their fifth, because this is a point in the game that it's kind of a bugaboo with a lot of coaches right now, is they're using the fifth foul as a timeout, and you have 30 seconds to replace the player onto the court for the one who fouled out, and the coaches are wisely taking advantage of that time by calling all players over and setting up not just a defense, but obviously they're going to set up an offense that they can run after the ball gets in play.
And that's David Collins. So Collins has been disqualified. Both he and Sam Singh foul out, which would be an important factor if this game goes into overtime. Odiakosa is going to try and prevent that here. Dima Odiakosa, a 40% free throw shooter, knocks down the first one. The big fella from Nigeria, 6'8", 240 pounds. Missed the second one, got his own rebound, but they're going to say it was a lane violation.
He got across the lane before the ball made contact. Now Bradley has to go the length of the floor on a 2-point deficit. A three wins it.
Odiakosa from the foul line today was 3 of 4. 14.4 to go. It's a 2-point game. Siad Odzik is going to try to check in here for Illinois State. He'll replace Lloyd Phillips.
Again, give him just a little more size to defend a shot and to go get a rebound.
Well, let's see what's in the Bradley playbook here.
Bradley would be happy right now with an overtime.
Maniscalco down the lane, flipped it up, can't get it. Champ Iguchi with the rebound, he's fouled.
Oh my.
Maniscalco had a terrific look. He went right through the Redbird defense, but did not finish.
Making shots, whether they're free throws or layups, in a pressure-packed situation, as you see Maniscalco go in here, making those kind of plays in pressure-packed situations are a lot different than earlier in a game. Bradley got what they wanted, but I will say this for the Redbirds. They secured the rebound strongly.
Ciampagucci has done it on both ends of the floor now. That was his 11th rebound. That was his 11th point. And now Tim Jankovic calls timeout. He wants to make sure the Redbirds know what they're doing defensively after either a make or a miss here, correct?
No doubt about it. That's exactly what they're talking about. They've got a 3-point spread now. If the shot goes in on this free throw, it's a 4-point spread. They're basically going to not do anything. They're going to let Bradley score. They don't care, they're not going to let him roll the ball down the floor, but they're going to put some token pressure to eat a little bit of the clock, let him score, and then get it back in bounds quickly. But the game's over, basically, if Ciampagucci steps up and hits the second of these free throws.
We've all seen crazy things happen in college basketball, fouling on three-point shots and crazy things like that, so you can't quite do anything, but you can't quite count this one in the hopper. However, if Champ makes this one, it'll be a 4-point game with 6 seconds to go, and Illinois State will be in real good shape, barring a foul. And so the senior from Houston knocks down the second one.
ISU will put a little token pressure on just so Bradley can't roll it down, and Bradley's going to take it. Dunson cranks up a three from way out. Ball game's over. Good basketball, Kurt.
Unbelievable basketball game here this afternoon at Redbird Arena. Tim Jankovic and his Illinois State Redbirds improved to 18-4 and 7-4 in the league with a hard-fought 69-65 win over the Bradley Braves. Again, Illinois State with a 9-point first half lead. It was a 5-point lead at the half, but Illinois State had leads of 9 points in both the first and second halves. Bradley came back, and this game came down to the final minute of it, with the Redbirds making the plays at the end and winning 69-65. And Illinois State head coach Tim Jankovic is taking a deep breath as he comes over here. Take a deep breath there, Coach. I know you said you've been involved in a lot of great college basketball rivalries, KU and Kansas State, and some of those big ones in the Big 12, but this one lived up to its billing, did it not?
This is great. This is what a great day here at Redbird. Crowd was best I've heard it. Best I've heard it since I've been here. It was an unbelievable game. I thought Bradley played their tail off, and they took us to the wire, and somebody was sitting on the rim on that last layup. I know that. Somebody in the upper deck swatted that off for us, and what a big win for us. What a great win.
Yeah, tell us about that last sequence, what you were telling your guys in the huddle when the Braves came down. Maniscalco had an opportunity to tie the game. And tell us about that last minute was a chess match.
I said, let's let a guy shoot a layup. He'll probably miss, No. We were trying to switch, all the ball screens and all the handoffs, and they set a really good high one, and they got a full head of steam up, and we didn't get it covered, but it was a good play on their part. We got real fortunate, but I'll take good fortune. I'll take good luck, but the game wasn't luck. Our guys, they really fought, and down the stretch, coming up with the rebounds, the loose balls, extra possessions, and then having the confidence to hit all those free throws, and how about Dima?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
How about Dima?
I told you I love Dima. Dima's unbelievable. He really is.
Coach, today you guys, I know you haven't seen the final stats, but I just got them handed to me. You guys out-rebounded them 40-30.
Yeah, and like I always say, that rebounds to me are as much, it just means how hard did you try, It's not a real talent. Some guys have a knack, but rebounding is how bad you want it. And I promise you, our guys, they wanted this game real bad.
It came from a variety of people today also.
It did, yeah. I wouldn't know where to start, so don't make me. It was a group effort. Everybody that played great, I thought, and I'm really happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much,
Tim.
69-65. Tim Jankovic's Illinois State Redbirds hang on for a thrilling victory here over Bradley at Redbird Arena. Back with more from Normal in just a minute. 69-65, your final.
Van Gundy Insurance has been a resource for insurance services in Central Illinois since 1946. When it's time to review your business insurance coverage, consult with agent Dave McGrew to receive optimum value for your premium. As your business expands, Dave will work with you to expand your coverage. If you have out-of-state locations, need directors and officers coverage, or employment practices liability coverage, take advantage of Dave McGrew's experience. Visit our website at vangundy.com or stop by our office in Normal. Insure with confidence at Van Gundy Agency.
Don't miss the ISU Redbirds as they face Indiana State at Redbird Arena on Sunday, February 8th at 6:05 p.m.
Well, at Specs Around Town, we really pride ourselves in carrying a unique line of eyewear, more boutique collections, a lot of European eyewear, things you're not going to find at other locations throughout Central Illinois. So please stop on downtown and see what we've got, and hopefully you like what you see.
Final score here from Redbird Arena, Illinois State 69 and Bradley 65. The Redbirds now 18-4 overall, 7-4 in the league. Bradley is 13-9 overall, slips to 7-4 in the league. Both teams now find themselves 3 games behind the front-running Northern Iowa Panthers. Kurt Pegler, Bob Morris back with you. Boy, take a deep breath. You know, this is college basketball at its best, right? You've got 2 teams going at it hard, rivalry game, sellout crowd. I don't know what more you could ask for. If you're a neutral observer and you're not pulling for one side of the river or the other, you think, wow, what a basketball game.
That's exactly right. When it comes down to the final possession, as it did basically today, that's you couldn't write a script any better. You had both teams landed on the line, but both teams playing their guts out on defense and rebound. Loose balls were like a sumo wrestling match out there. They were going after it. There was players flying all over the court. There was bodies on the floor. As a coach from either squad, you don't go home disappointed. You might, as Jim Les might go home wishing they'd have come out on top, but you're not disappointed with your team's effort today. If you're Coach Jankovic, as we heard him talk about, what a great team effort. And that's what they hope this is something that they're going to build on. They've got to go back on the road for some major games here in the near future. This is a kind of game emotionally that you can build on and see what they can get from it.
Time now to name our most valuable asset of the game, brought to you by Dennis Cagle Financial Services. The most valuable asset of the game. This might be the most difficult decision we've had all year because everybody played about the same. But we're going to go with Ciampagucci. He had 12 points and 11 rebounds. He also came through with the clutch foul shots at the end. Here's one of his plays. He got a nice pass from Lloyd Phillips to finish here. Ciampagucci with his 12-point, 11-rebound performance. Our most valuable asset of the game, brought to you by Dennis Cagle Financial Services. Again, the final score, 69-65, Illinois State over Bradley, and we're back to wrap things up from Redbird Arena in just a minute.
Looking for a way to get in shape without breaking the bank? Try Illinois State University Recreation Services. Whether you're a student or a community member, we offer a variety of membership options and programs to fit your wallet and your lifestyle. Personal training, group fitness, racquetball, basketball courts and track, plus much more. Fit in something new and get active for less with Illinois State University Recreation Services. For more information, call 438-PLAY. Visit our website or come see us at the corner of Beach and Willow in Normal.
CyberKnife Technology. Focused radiation beams that destroy tumors of the brain, lung, liver, spine, and other areas without surgery. The CyberKnife service at the Community Cancer Center, giving patients new hope.
Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington. Honda just opened a new plant building Civics. They are reliable and fun to drive. All Hondas are New Year price. Better hurry. Honda Finance has fleets along with low rates and extended terms. Honda certified used Accords, Pilots, Odyssey, Civics, and CR-Vs. Other makes have Carfax reports too. Happy New Year! Our goal, a Honda in every garage. Stop by Brad Barker Honda in Bloomington.
69-65, our final score. Illinois State beats Bradley here at Redbird Arena. Both teams now tied for second place in the Missouri Valley Conference, again 3 games behind the Northern Iowa Panthers. Ben Jacobson's Panthers won earlier today at Indiana State. How about some final thoughts again on a well-played game?
Well, it was. I think that's the key. It was a well-played game, and both teams can go home with their heads hung high. ISU's obviously going to do a little longer celebrating, though, because they came out with the most points. It's a game that I think the Redbirds were built upon because they had 4 people in double figures. You don't do that unless you distribute the ball well, and Lloyd Phillips did an exceptional job of that with 7 assists as the point guard. Everybody played within their role today for the Redbirds, and they got a victory because of it. From the Bradley Braves perspective, they played hard. They just couldn't really shoot the ball particularly well for them. They ended the game at 34%. You got to give credit to the Redbird defense for that, but when Bradley shoots the ball better, Bradley wins. Today, the Redbirds prevented that from happening. I think there's a lot of positives for both squads, but obviously the Redbirds are going home feeling a little bit better.
Illinois State led in scoring by Emmanuel Holloway's 15. Osiris Eldridge had 13 and Champaguchi 12. Bradley led in scoring by Theron Wilson's 17. Dodie Dunson 15 all in the second half and 14 points for Sam Maniscalco. Again, the final score 69-65. For my partner, Bob Morris, and for our producer-director, Frank Blaine, and the entire Comcast sports crew that gave us the pictures, my name is Kurt Pegler. 69-65, the Redbirds beat the Braves, and good night from Redbird Arena.